Welcome to the Baseball Brewhaha. It's your spot for obscure baseball trivia. Today we're talking catchers. Exciting. I'm Aaron. That's my identical twin brother, Adam. And join us today for a cup of coffee. We just figure who needs breakfast when you've got coffee and trivia. So that's what we're bringing out at you today. Adam, what do you got?
All right, we're filling your bellies with catchers who caught a large number of games. In fact, the largest number of games with one team. So which of these list of catchers caught the most number of games with one team?
Yeah.
And again, we don't know the answer to this question. We've maybe done a little research to add a little color commentary, but we're going to learn today what the correct answer is, and our guess may or may not be correct. So our choices today are Yogi Berra, Carlton Fisk, Johnny Bench, Gary Carter, Bob Boone, or Yadier Molina.
Okay. So let's see. List of Hall of Famers or near Hall of Famers for sure. So on this list, I actually fairly quickly went to Yadier Molina, and largely because I know Bench and Berra in particular played for one team their entire career, but they also played some. They logged a number of games in outfield, first base, etc. I don't know how many of each of all those were, and I know Yadier just caught for a lot of years. So I'm going Yachty here. I'm interested to hear if you went the same or if you dared to pick another entry.
I dared to pick another entry, and I went with Yogi Berra, knowing that he played for the Yankees for a long time, and I just because some of like Carlton Fisk, I know he bounced one team to another. Yep. Gary Carter played for a couple teams. I don't know about Bob Boone, but Yachty is also a very good guess. And he was in the news quite a bit for records kind of like this, but I thought maybe it was like total innings caught or something like that. I know for sure.
It was him and Adam Wainwright broke the record for most number of starts, games.
Yeah, I knew that one.
Yeah. Did he have another one? Is that what you're thinking? There was another milestone that he hit, or was that?
I knew the Wainwright one for sure, but then I thought maybe there was another milestone he hit related to like total innings or something. Yeah. But this particular feat, I didn't know about specifically, but maybe that was wrapped in there. But I went Yogi Berra on this one. You went Yadier Molina.
Yeah.
Going to the Padlet. Correct answer is Yadier Molina, who just recently congratulations. He just broke the record last season, actually.
Oh, wow. That's
I don't remember the name of the guy that he passed, but the name of the guy he passed is not even on our list.
Wow.
But I was thinking about this, Yogi Berra with the Yankees and the number of postseason, World Series, whatever games, and I'm wondering if we were to total up regular season and postseason, where would Yogi Berra fall on the total? Although Yachty played on some good teams, played a lot of playoff games too.
Yeah, and Yachty had the benefit of 3 playoff rounds, whereas Yogi Berra played in the World Series. And
that's right. Yeah.
End of their playoff experience. So yeah, I went a different direction thinking about this. So I had the privilege of playing some catcher in my day.
You did.
So it's pretty amazing thinking about Yadier Molina playing only catcher for as long as he did. But I was thinking about how I got my start playing catcher. Do you happen to remember how I started playing catcher?
No, I mean, you were like we were like early little league.
Yeah.
And I
So
remember, I remember watching you catch and I was like, I want to do that. And I caught one inning and I was like, I'm out.
yeah. Yeah. Well, so what happened was, so we were playing. It was our first year playing, major leagues for Little League. We were playing for the Mets in Colfax, and our regular catcher, Arp, um, got hurt in a go-kart accident. He shows up to the. I remember we're getting ready for a game, and we're kind of like, "Where's Arp? What's going on?" He shows up to the game in street clothes, and his arm, like right on his forearm here, is like completely ripped up from a go kart accident. And Dad, who was our coach at the time, was like, "Hey, Aaron, can you want to catch?" And I was like, "I don't know, sure." And it was like Nick. Big tall 12-year-old Nick was pitching and I'm like and um that started my catching career, and I caught a fair amount through little league, junior high, and then I did a little bit off and on in high school, but so there were elements of my game that were pretty strong. I could throw and I could call a good game, but I couldn't block to save my life. I never learned how to block, and so I became a master scooper. Um, but there were many a time where we had pass balls in opportune times because I was fortunate that we had guys like you and Fox who could actually throw strikes. And I didn't have to worry too much about chasing a lot of balls to the backstop. But that was my Achilles heel, um, uh, growing up playing catcher. So yeah,
Yeah, I always admired your willingness to do that, especially, I mean, and I was quite young. We were playing for the minor league Astros when I
yeah,
tried out catcher,
which is painful now.
and
That's
uh, I couldn't keep my eyes open. I would I would I
couldn't keep
would
it.
blink every time the ball got close, and especially if the batter took a swing, I'd close my eyes.
Couldn't keep
And
your eyes open in coach pitch.
yeah, it was it was it was it was a rough go.
Yep.
And I was like, no, no, I don't want to do this.
Mhm.
But for you to get back there and do it and like to do it and all of that, always admired that. Yeah, but and then also to think about Yachty, who would have started catching probably when he was uh, young like you, and then to just keep doing it for so long. I mean, I tweaked my knee bending over the other day. I can't imagine.
Well, yeah,
I
and
can't
he's like
imagine
he's
Yachty,
like
who's about our age now, been catching for however many thousands of innings.
yeah, yeah. It's pretty amazing the way they're able to keep their bodies healthy and
Yeah.
play at a high level. So yeah, I'm like you. I turn left to go down the hallway and my hamstring goes. So
Yeah.
that's the world we're living in right now. So
Yeah.
well, that's going to do it for us today. Thanks for joining us for a cup of coffee. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We'll be back. Comment. Give us your catcher experiences. We'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you, young catchers out there, and your experience behind the dish. We'll be back at it. Subscribe, like, turn on alerts, get our stuff coming in your inbox, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow.